Jeremy Michelson here. Now today, I would like to share with you my personal history of religious music. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it. I remember the first religious music I heard is a song called The Great Compassion Mantra. It was actually an incantation. It's not a song originally. And then people add melody into it, and then it became a song. It's kind of it's a incantation in Buddhism that was studied by monks in a temple. And the reason why I heard of it is because my mom is a Buddhist. Is a very serious Buddhist, and he played this song sometimes every morning, and I was waking up by the same song a couple times. And at the very beginning, I thought that was so annoying, and then I gradually became a Buddhist based on my mom's influence, because I realized it was the more I learned about Buddhism, the more interesting I found it is, because it's more about how to teach you how to purify your mind, how to find a peaceful place deep in your mind. So it's a really good experience, and all the first exposure with religious music is actually from my mom. Without my mom, without her Buddhism stuff, I would never come across the religious music. And the Great Compassion Mantra has been translated into different languages, and of course there are different versions of it, because the Buddhism is originally from India, and then it can spread out into China, not just in China, in the entire East Asia. And we speak Mandarin in China, but the Great Compassion Mantra, the version I heard a lot, is still in Sanskrit, which is not Mandarin, but they translate it into Mandarin using the Mandarin words. So when you see the lyrics, you will realize you recognize the words, but it doesn't make any sense. And it's based on their pronunciation, and it was translated directly into the Mandarin using the Mandarin words. This Great Compassion Mantra really had a huge influence on me. It was my first exposure to religious music, and also the first religious song I heard at home. My mom played it on the DVD, and but as time went by, I gradually realized I like it, I love it, but at the very beginning it's just kind of boring, because it's not that kind of song that for regular people to understand. And I have to say that the melody it's very give you a sense of a peace that can make you calm down to correct your emotions. If you're mad at someone, if you feel bored or something, it can drag you into the right track. And that's pretty much my experience with the Great Compassion Mantra. The religious music I can find here in St. Michael's College is a song that was played by bagpipe in a graduation ceremony. I don't know the name of the song, but I do believe it was a song. It was a song that was based on St. Mike's religious tradition. I did talk this before in my first year seminar class with my professor when we talked about the bagpipe. But back home, I don't listen to any other religious or sacred music for certain purposes. It looks like I don't have any other option, because the Great Compassion Mantra is a song that was being repeated many times since when I was a very little child, to the middle school, to high school. And until now, sometimes I will listen to the Great Compassion Mantra. One thing I learned in this class, which I think is very important, is the style of people in every religion I think it's in every religion of expressing themselves. So those African American, especially in the age of slavery, both men and women tries to live in a better life. They desire to have a better life, but the reality is they can't get a better life besides being a slave. But being a slave is not a good life for them. So promoting and writing or composing a song is probably the only way that they can express themselves. And they try to establish a relationship with those divine things, with God. The same thing as I talked before in the Great Compassion Mantra, that even those words are hard to memorize, but there's still some people, for example, like my mom, can fully memorize the Sanskrit of the Compassion Mantra, which I think is incredible because I can't understand any word she said, because that just doesn't make any sense to me. But the reason she did that is because she tries to be a Buddha, which means that she wants to be protected and be blessed by the Buddha invisibly. She believes that those divine things exist in our world, around us invisibly, and memorizing the incarnation can really be a way to, like a summon that you can call upon them to help you when you're in need. So it's in every religion, it's pretty much like about establishing the relationship with the divine things, whether it's a Buddha or the God.